welcome once again to Sexnerd.furries, brought to you by McDonald's, because they give us good music. Kind of. Music's kind of boring this time around. Okay, this session, this session's topic is fursuits.
Yay!
Yay, fursuits. Okay, as always, you know how it is. I'm the hostess, Kira the Fox. Here is my wonderful co-host.
Foxy. Good evening. Or
morning.
Whatever.
Whenever it is you're listening to this. Maybe it's midday and you're taking a bath.
Ooh.
Thank you for taking us with you. Okay, like I said before, we're going to be talking about fursuits. So the first thing, as always, let's see what Wikifer has to say about fursuits.
Yay! Wikifer, always saving our ass.
Yes, because we don't know what we're talking about. Okay, fursuits are animal costumes associated to the furry fandom. They range from simple tails and ears to full costumes, cooled by battery-powered fans. Similar to mascot suits, they allow the wearer to adopt another personality while in costumes. Owners, also known as fursuiters, can spend less than $100 to many thousands of dollars on one fursuit, depending on the complexity of the design and on the materials used. These items are frequently sold at conventions or online by either commission or auction. Many furry fans make their own, using online tutorials and or advice from news groups. The term fursuit, coined in 1993 by Robert King, can also refer to an animal mascot costumes in general, as opposed to human or inanimate object mascots. The act of wearing a fursuit is usually referred to as fursuiting. Okay, so with that information, we can conclude that a fursuit is a costume.
Yeah, a costume.
It's a costume. There you go. That's what it is. This thing is so long. There's no way I'm going to read all of this. I mean, it has history, types of suits. I guess we could read the types of suits. Okay, the standard fursuit is a full-body costume that consists of a head, four paws, the hands, hind paws, the feet, and a body with an attached tail. In some cases, the tail is connected via a belt to the wearer or hangs out through a hole in the back of the body. Many suits include special padding or undersuits to give the character the desired shape. This is especially present in larger characters or those of a particular gender. A partial suit, or half suit, contains the above, only without the body. These allow the wearer to don ordinary clothing or a different costume over top of the paws, a head, and a tail. In partial suits, the tail is usually attached to a belt, and the arms and legs have sleeves that can go up as far as the shoulders and pelvis, respectively. Could the music be any more Mexican?
Oh my god. Seriously?
Okay.
Oh god.
Most recently, a third type known as a three-quarter suit has been developed, which consists of a head, arms, and pants made to look like the legs, tail, and feet of the animal in question, which works well for the characters who only wear shirts.
Yes.
Yes. They have style. God, this thing is so thorough. Will you choose music already?
Hey, stop dancing, please.
I can't help it. Okay, cool. This is what we need. We'll save that for later. Okay. So basically, fursuits are costumes that people wear because they feel like wearing them. Mm-hmm. And they have different types of suits. They have the full suit,
And the partial ones.
and the partials, and the three-quarter, which is for just, if you got clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, fursuits, I think they're made. They take like a few weeks to a few months to actually make. And my God, this music is loud.
Whoa.
Okay. and I know that a lot of new fursuit makers use foam. Like foam. The foam you put like in chairs and stuff. They use that because it's easy to work with. And that works good on paws, so you can make the paws and the feet. So it's a good material. It's sturdy. But a lot of advanced fursuiters, they make like a plastic or mache type shape of the face, and then they'll put some foam to accent it in some places, but it won't be all foam. It's so that it's a lot more sturdy. And those suits, those ones are like of the really high quality ones, the ones that are like, they're expensive. Go away, a vest. Okay. And then the rest of the suit, it's just got the fake fur on it, like what's on my vest.
Oh, it's really pretty.
I know, thank you. I found it in the thrift at the swap meet.
Oh.
I think I spent it was 20 pesos. It was cheap. And let me see. It's just regular fur. Normally on a fursuit you'll find the shorter fur, like short, not long like this, unless it has like long fur like on arms or something. A lot of times they shave the fur.
Really?
Like they'll have.
That's weird.
Like you know how some people on their fursuits, they have like the tuft of fur here that's long.
Oh yeah.
So they'll make that part with long fur, and then they'll just shave the part that's not supposed to be long.
Oh.
It's kind of cool. And let's see. How much could a suit cost? Like I think
500 pesos, maybe?
500 pesos?
Yeah. Well, the simple ones.
The simple ones, like, just paws and a tail, whatever. But if you want a full suit, I think that'll run you around maybe $100, maybe $300, maybe. And that's of a beginner fursuiter. Fursuit maker, the ones that they're just starting.
Jeez, it's really an expensive fandom. Yeah.
The fandom is very expensive. Well, it's not really. I mean, if you think about it, the fandom it has a lot of big, like, you're gonna spend a lot of money once. Like on your fursuit, you're gonna spend a lot of money on it. But unless you're gonna buy a lot of fursuits, you're not gonna spend that much money. And most people will just buy the one. And it's not like the anime fandom where you're going to be constantly spending money on mangas, on DVDs, on CDs, on figurines, on posters. I mean, you add up all that money together, you end up with a large amount of money. So I think the most expensive fandom has to be like the car collectors.
Yes.
But that's like far off topic. But it is that a fursuit will be fairly expensive. A good fursuit will run you around from $500 to $1,000. Somewhere in that range. But an amazing fursuit that will blind you with its amazingness, that'll run you between $2,000 to $3,000. So these things, they're expensive, and a lot of people will tell you they're worth the money that you pay for them, because they look beautiful, and they'll spend 3 to 4 months making it for you, and then they'll send it to you, and it's yours. And nobody else will have the fursuit that looks like yours because it's yours, because they made it just for you. I think that's. And obviously, the people who wear the suits are called fursuiters.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you wear the suit.
Well, in my opinion, it's someone that likes to wear a costume of their persona, It feels really awesome to be your own furry chapter for a while. Though the heat is really intense.
Yes, that's true.
So, furries out there, please listen. Please drink some water while using your fursuit. Please.
Yes, and have a long straw handy.
Yeah.
Because you'll need to get it through the muzzle unless you have a short. Because it's like, like I've heard that the rules of wearing a fursuit are you have to have a handler. And a handler is the person who is going to make sure that you're drinking water, making sure that no one's pulling on your tail, that no one's pulling out your fur, and making sure that you're not running into stuff. Because you can't really see in the suit. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed it because you have a fursuit. Mm-hmm. So you wear the head, and you're like, okay, I cannot see anything on my right. I can't see anything on my left. I can only see front.
Yes.
So you're like, you know, you need somebody to tell you there's a step. You know, that someone to be in front of you while you're going downstairs or something. You know, so that you don't go tumbling down the stairs. So it's like a handler is important, and they'll also make sure that you don't go eating foods you're not supposed to be eating. Mm-hmm. Like you can't eat hot dogs or pizza in your suit.
Get dirty.
You'll get dirty, and it's annoying to clean. So it's like, Like I myself, I do not have a fursuit. I want one.
Aww.
I want one, but I'm so picky when it comes to how I want the suit that I'm not going to just say, you make me a suit, or I make it myself. No, like, it has to look a certain way or I won't be happy with it. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to, like, regret my purchase, especially if it's something that was in the $200 to $500 range. It's like, you know, it's like buying a car. Mm-hmm. You know, if you buy a car and you spend a lot of money on it, and it turns out to not have been a good purchase, if it's like broken already, and you just couldn't tell by looking at it, then you regret it. Because you're like, I spent so much money on it, and now I have to spend more money to get it fixed. So I don't want that kind of situation when it comes to my fursuit. I'd rather have it perfect right when I get it out of the box. So it's like, you know, I have my reasons. How about you and your suit? How did you come by?
Yeah, I do own one. It's a partial fursuit. I actually brought my paws here.
Your paws?
Yeah.
You brought your paws?
Hello.
It's in a bag. It's in a bag. We open the bag. I gotta pull them both out. These are paws. I love the claws. They're so cute. They're so cute. I gotta pull them out.
And well, yeah, I think it's a really awesome opportunity to represent my persona. Yeah.
You have black paws. He has black paws with white paw pads. With pink paw pads in. They're so cute.
Yes.
I think you got big hands.
Yeah.
When compared to mine, you got big hands. So it's like, it's kind of awkward to wear your paws.
Rawr. Rawr.
Rah, 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 rah. Okay. We can play with that forever. But yeah, these are nice. Machine sewn. Okay. Your paws. Okay, now I got fur on my sleeve. And I have white sleeves. And you have black fur. Okay, yeah, it's like, even just having a little piece of a suit is nice. I mean, I have Paws at home. They have like, the claws are not hard. They're like cloth. They made them out of cloth. And I don't bring them around because I have to fix one of the fingers. It keeps like coming off.
Oh, that's a problem.
It's like,
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it doesn't come off. It's just got a hole and it's annoying. But since it's not really the color of my persona, I'm like not in a hurry to fix it. They're pink. It was just fur that I found like real cheap at the sorreras. So it's like, must buy this fur. It's cheap.
Yeah.
And so it's like, just having a little piece of your persona is always like, it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
I mean, I just have the tail and the ears. I have to remake her ears though, because they're not big enough. My persona has huge ears. She's got big ears. Now, of course, we are the Sexnerd furries, so quite obviously,
We're going to talk about
we have to talk about the sexual element of the fursuit. And amazingly, here on the WikiFur, they actually have a section called sexuality. So it says here, A small portion of the furry fandom considers a fursuit a sexual item. Some suits may contain elaborately designed sexual features, while some wearers simply snip a hole or two out themselves. The music video for Beautiful by Moby revolves around a swinger house party where all the participants are dressed up in fursuits. Though this is likely to be intended as a metaphor rather than a statement about the furry fandom, it is a common public misconception that all fursuiters use fursuiting for sex. This is very true. According to the statistics, I'm doing air quotes because they don't really have statistics. I think it's like the numbers are maybe, let's see, of all the furries, there are, like, let's say there are 1,000 furries. Whatever, that's very few, but let's say there are 1,000. Out of these 1,000, maybe 100 own suits. And out of those 100, maybe one person will have sex in the suit.
Yeah.
Like, that's more or less the number that we got to work with.
Well, most of the furries, I talked with someone yesterday, and I asked him if he practiced that kind of stuff. And he said, no, that's disgusting. And they are quite expensive, so I'd rather pass. That's my opinion too.
That's it. All of us, at least the fursuiters we know. I'm not sure about Dargan. I think he might be into it.
Oh, who knows?
I don't know. But I don't know the way the things that you just spit water all over your paws.
Oh, you made me laugh. It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Yes.
It's the water's fault. It came out. It should have stayed in. Like, you can talk to some fursuiters or to some furries, and they will talk in a way that'll make you think, I think this guy just might. But then when it comes down to it, like, they won't.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to a lot of random dudes. Just normal dudes. And it'll be the same when it comes to sex. They'll talk about, oh yeah, I'll grab her, I'll do this, and I'll flip her over and we'll do it from behind. And then when it comes down to it, you say, okay, I'll give you a shot. Let's do this, And they're like, no.
Oh.
Like, no, I'm busy. You're like, dude, you just told me you have all night. And it's like, no, I got things to do. And you're like, you're all words.
That reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she's like all bark and no bites.
I know, I hate that. And a lot of furries are actually like that. Especially when it comes to things like sex and fursuits. A lot of them I have talked to have talked to about it like they would, but when it comes down to it, they're like, nope, too much money, no, it's too expensive. And it is. I mean, a fursuit is an expensive item that you have to purchase and wait for months, if not a year, to actually get it into your hands.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is
to
get it dirty. Especially if it's like you and me who have light-colored personas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean,
it's terrible.
If you had a full suit, I don't think you'd want to roll around in the grass.
Nope. Well, I'm white.
You're white. You'll come out green. And my persona is yellow, and I'm like, no, no, I'm not getting dirty. So I'd be like, no, sex in a suit? No. If it's dirty being naked, why would you want to be in a suit? And accidents happen during sex, even without the added having to take care of your tail, having to take care of your ears, of your paws. All these things that you'll have to be thinking about. You're not going to be enjoying sex. No. It's like, no. Just get naked. It's easier, less things you have to worry about. And then could you imagine getting the zipper caught on something?
Ouch.
Oh, it's like, ouch. No. Have you ever gotten yourself caught in the zipper?
Once, when I was a little kid. Yeah.
And you remember the pain?
I do.
It's something I will remember forever. I mean, I've had the experience of getting a pubic hair caught in the zipper.
Oh, that hurts.
And so you're just like, ah! You know, it happens to everybody. I don't mind telling this story because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's funny now. It was so funny then. But now I tell people, it's like, you know, we all have an experience of getting something caught in our zipper. I mean, it's like, it's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, raise your hand if you've never gotten something caught in your zipper. You liar. Okay, I did a lot of research. I looked everywhere, and the fetish for fursuits does not have a name.
Oh no.
No, I couldn't find it.
Oh, that's weird.
There's one that's close, and it's called, they call it, in the fandom, they call it plushophilia.
Oh, plushophilia.
Where it's for the plushies, where you can be sexually attracted to a plushie. I guess that's close enough.
Yeah, because it involves fur.
It involves fur, but it's not the same. Fursuitophilia? I don't know. It doesn't have a name. I guess nobody has decided this is the name we will put on it. Because if you look for lists of philias, you will find so many that you didn't know existed. Like I found, it was the philia. I don't remember what it was called because it made me go, oh, why? Like they have the philia for sexual pleasure from being peed on.
Oh, water sports?
Yeah, water sports. But it has a name. I don't remember what it was. It was gross. Because I'm like, no, no, thank you. Maybe, no. Never. But the fetish itself, the wanting to have sex in a fursuit, the only way you can categorize it is just that. Sex in a fursuit.
Sex in a fursuit.
Because it doesn't have a name. Or at least I couldn't find it. If someone knows it, let us know. Because we don't know what it is. But mostly it's like those people who can do that because they can afford it. Because it's like, or if they make their own suit. So then it's like, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. It's yours. You made it. But you know.
Do you remember the porn site of the fursuits?
The fursuit porn site?
Yeah.
The one that's not there anymore?
Well, no, the other one that we checked.
The one that, what was it called? I remember I was laughing at it. It was like
me too. Well,
I don't remember. Do you remember?
No.
We'll put it in the show notes because we don't remember.
But yeah, there's something that bothers me. Yeah,
Okay.
It's like the way the fursuits look like. They seem to have a really low quality of fur. Maybe to reduce costs?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're going to have a suit that's going to be especially for sex, it might as well be like the cheapest suit you could ever make.
But they look really ugly.
Yeah, it even said in the description of the website. I can remember the description, but I don't remember the name. Where it said that they have a lot of stock suits, where it's just like it's a rabbit. There you go. You know. So it's like they use a lot of those so that it doesn't have expensive costs. Yeah. So there was this website costs. Did exist. It doesn't anymore, at least as far as I checked. There used to be 3 websites, and they were all pay to view. So you had to pay to see one of these videos. And the first one was I don't remember the name. It had fur in the name. And
but it was gay.
It was all gay porn. And the other one was heterosexual porn. And then the last one was body paint. Body paint. I guess body paint makes more sense. And that sounds cheaper to me. I mean, I once saw a porno where it was a cosplay porn. They were Smurfs. Smurfs, man! Smurfs! So, there are people who will have sex any way, shape, or form. So it only makes sense that people would have sex in suits. You know? If you like that, then you can go for it. You're paying for it.
Yeah.
Just don't expect me to participate. I also think a lot of static would be generated, don't you?
Oof, quite painful.
Can you imagine that? You go, let's do this. Let's take them out and put them together, and you get a shock from that.
Oh no.
I mean, if it hurts, if it's your finger, I mean, can you imagine?
Down there, ouch.
I once got shocked in the ear. I had my headphones on, my earbuds inside of my ear, and I was folding my phone. I don't remember what I was listening to, but the cord, the cable of the earbuds touched the car, and I guess the car had static, and it ran up the cable, and it got me in the ear, and it hurt so bad. I was hearing a ringing for like 3 hours. So it's like now I do not wear headphones if I'm in the car. It's like no. So okay, when it comes to the mechanics of sex in a suit, it's the same
as doing normal sex.
Doing normal sex, except you're taking care of things you didn't know you would have to take care of. Because I mean, you can damage the suit in many ways. And you'll end up with fur everywhere. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of cleanup. A lot more than normal sex. But, you know, that's okay. You know, if you're willing to put in all of that work, then you can go for it. But as hosts of this show, we do not recommend it.
No.
Like, it's too much. It's too much cost if you're not making the suit yourself. It's too much to clean the suit afterwards, because it's going to be full of sweat. Ew. And then the cleanup of the area where you had sex.
Not to mention if you damage the fur.
If you damage the fur, then you're having to repair, getting it wet, getting spunk on it. Trying to clean that off. Enjoy. Or if you're like me, who has the weird habit of accidentally spilling something whilst, like, right before sex.
No.
I do. The last time it was Dr. Pepper. I brought the bottles and I was like, I want to drink it, so I'm going to drink it. And you know how when a lot of times it'll be fizzy? So I go to open it and, well, I didn't close it fast enough. And so I was like, now we got a bottle of Dr. Pepper on the bed. And so, well, obviously you're not going to let this Dr. Pepper go to waste. You lean down and you suck that stuff out of the bed. And well, that kind of position kind of invites things. And you're like, no, leave me alone, Dr. Pepper. They never listen. But you know, the bed was sticky. But that's okay. Showers afterwards, fixes everything. I don't know what he did about the bed, but but all I know is that I spilled Dr. Pepper. But normally I just spill water or something. Because, you know, you need to drink something. So what else do we have to say about fursuits? They're awesome.
Yeah.
For many reasons. They're awesome. Even the ones that are low quality are awesome. Because of what they are. They're your fursona, and you're wearing him or her, and that's awesome. You get to run around as them and bother people as them, and not as yourself.
Hey, look at me, look at me.
Look at me, look at me.
I'm a fox.
Exactly. And then you go running away laughing like a weirdo. So it's like, we could basically say that, like, fursuits are something that a lot of furries have a goal to try to buy. It's not something that you need to be part of the fandom.
You don't need it.
You don't. It's not like necessary.
Yeah, it isn't like, oh, you don't have a fursuit. Get away from me.
Be gone from me.
Yeah, be gone.
Be gone. But no, it's like, you don't have a fursuit, that's alright, you know? That's okay, you're still part of us. But a lot of, like especially new furries, they like see the fursuit as like, I don't know, like an idol that they have to worship, you know? And it's like, that's not 100%, that is not accurate at all. You know, fursuits, they're an extra. They're something that you can have, but you don't need. And I want a fursuit, but I know it's going to take a long time for me to get it.
Really long time.
Really long time. But I'm willing to wait. It's not something I need. You know, I have ears, I have a tail, I'm fine. You know, if anybody wants to know what my fursona looks like, I have the reference sheet online. So it's not... And you're lucky because you have a fursuit, but you got it for free.
Yes.
You lucky bastard. So where did you get it anyway?
I got it from my furry son here from Tijuana.
Your furry son.
Yeah, furry son, yeah. And he just started making them. And he was like, gonna be the first one wearing a fursuit made by me. And I was like, yeah.
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? That's how I got my first fursuit.
Yeah, if only a fursuit maker would be my son. So, let's see, do you have any... Well, obviously people who are going to be listening to this are going to want the obvious recommendations. Like what what's fursuit makers would you recommend to people?
Well, for now, I'm not sure if I can recommend my son because he just started. So
He needs more practice.
yeah, more practice.
That practice is hard to get unless, you know, you have a lot of people asking. Me, myself, I have a whole list. You ready? Because I've been shopping for a fursuit for over 2 years now. So I've looked at a lot of places that I really like. I have various price ranges for you guys to check out. The first one I have here on the list is called Fur It Up. They're on Fur Affinity and they have their own website, furitup.com. And they're run by a furry, her name is Aries. She's like a dragon, something, I don't remember. So, and her suits start out as normal digigrade suit is $2,200. That's fairly cheap. Pentigrade, which is the one that doesn't have the legs as all like animal legs. That's at $2,000. Starts at $2,000, depending on the complexity of the suit. My computer's gonna die. Partials are $1,500. Just heads are $900. And just a head with a static jaw that doesn't move is $800. And this is an example of one of her suits. It's so pretty.
It's pretty.
It's a fox, I think. Yeah, it's a fox. After that, we have Mixed Candy, which makes realistic suits. Fur It Up makes just tune suits. They make 100% tune-looking suits. And Mixed Candy makes tunes, but when they make tune-like suits, the jaw doesn't move. The realistic suits, the jaw does move. And their suits are $2,850 and up. So they have expensive suits, but oh my god, just look at it. Just look at it. It's beautiful. And they have their own website. I'm going to have to link the website, but you can find it, mixedcandy.com. It will show up that way. But it's got like a weird URL. After that, I have Marauders Monsters. They're on FA, and they also have their own website. They make suits that are the most realistic suits I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Like, the dog I have here is just, look at it. Just look at it. It's like, oh my god. And he has, like, close-ups of it, and it looks like the actual dog. And right now, they don't have prices available because she's redoing her entire line. But she does only... Her suits are like Norse inspired. So her suits are inspired by like Norse mythology, like Thor and Odin and those kind of things. That's where all of her inspiration comes from. So they're all really like tough looking suits and stuff. After that, we have Mischief Makers. They also make toon suits, and they have a really good color palette. I love their color palettes. Their suits start at $1,500 for a full suit, so they're also in the cheap range. They're on FA and they have their own website as well. All of these have their own website, for goodness sakes. After that, we have One for All. All of the other suits require a duct tape dummy. Now, a duct tape dummy is basically you wrap yourself in duct tape and you cut off the duct tape and then you send it to them. So that they have exact measurements of your suit. One for All is the only one that I have found that actually asks for measurements. Because the guy who Scribble Fox, the guy who owns it, he's the son of a tailor. So he learned to make clothes with measurements. So he makes his fursuits with measurements. So it's like you measure everything, your hands, your arms, everything, and you send it to him, and he makes you a suit that fits perfectly. And they are on FA, and they have their own website, and their suits start at $2,450, and the highest is usually $2,850. So they're also fairly low, and they make anything. They make any animal. After that, we have Phoenix Wolf suits. Their suits are adorable. They're the cutest suits I've ever seen. And they have like the cutest paws. They're the ones that I want to buy the suit from because of the paws. Because of the feet paws. Because they're so cute.
Really?
They look like little... Like, you know how normal suits, you can tell that it's a person's foot? You can't. It's just round. It looks like a... I don't know. It looks like a Pokemon foot. It's so cute. I love it. And they're on FA, and they have their own websites. They're the suit makers that made Telephone. That's Telephone. Telephone is one of the most popular fursuiters this year.
The one that squeaks?
The one that squeaks. The one that squeaks.
It's adorable.
And their fursuits start out at $1,600 for a normal suit. And then if you want a digigrade suit, it's $1,800. I think they're a two-people team. And then I have just random fursuiters for you to watch if you want. Wind Fox. Oh my god.
That's pretty.
Wind Fox, these are probably the sexiest fursuits I have ever seen. And they make the fursuits themselves. These are skin-tight suits. And like they have boobs. And they have hips. And everything.
Wow.
And the only thing is their entire FA and YouTube and DA sites are in Hungarian, so I have no idea what it says. So it's like I don't know if they make suits for other people or not. I don't think they do, because nobody else has these suits. They're
quite awesome.
They are. They look like drawings, and they have like everything. Even the neck is tight to the. It's just oh my god.
Rawr.
Like all of these suitors are going to be linked in our website, and then we have Pigu X. That's just creepy, realistic type shit. But Pigu X is from Japan. And she makes the eyes like total anime eyes on an animal. So it's both creepy and beautiful all at once. So it's like these giant eyes. Like, that cat looks real. That's like a real cat. You're gonna touch it. And I remember, and I found her on accident, and she was making the suit at the time. So I was seeing the process of making the suit. She just made it with white fur and painted everything.
Whoa.
That's all airbrushed. All of the colors on it. And then she made the eyes. And she also made a Phoenix Fox, which is creepy looking, but it's beautiful. Because it has giant eyes. Like it looks like a real fox. But it's kind of creepy because it looks real. And then she made like a rabbit, but 100% anime looking this thing looks.
Oh.
It looks like it's straight from an anime. It's amazing. And so she does amazing work, but her entire site is in Japanese.
Oh, that's
so
too bad.
I don't know how to read it. But apparently, according to the comments and stuff, she only does stuff for people in Japan.
Aw.
It's like, oh, I don't live in Japan. So all the fursuiters that I chose to show also make suits. Like, Telephone makes suits. She makes them. She's really good with canines. And the last one I saw her make was a corgi. That's a little long dog. It's a,
Oh, okay.
a little corgi, and she made one of those. And well, she streams all the time, so you can watch her making suits.
Whoa.
And so by watching another fursuiter make suits, you can learn how to make it yourself. So that's why she has. I'm going to link her as well. And recommendations, they're always good. Yeah, that's basically like everything we have to say on fursuits. They're awesome. There are awesome people who have suits. There are awesome people who make suits.
and they have the money.
And they have the money. I know.
Give me your money.
Give us your money. Okay, so it's like nice things.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we have one final thing that we have to talk about. Can you guess what that is?
More sex?
Yeah, that's later.
Okay.
No. We have emails.
Yeah. Really?
Yes, we have
Oh,
emails.
didn't notice.
Like, do you remember I asked for information on our last cast? You remember about the fur piles?
Oh, yeah.
We have messages.
Woohoo!
We have messages, so we're gonna use because I have them on my phone. So let's find them. They should be here in Gmail. Let's see. Open Gmail. Open faster. You shouldn't take so long. Just take your time, Gmail.
Rough.
Ooh, you scared it. Okay. Let's see. The first email. Just by looking at the timestamp, I can tell how long ago. Okay. This one is from Paws.
Paws.
Paws is his name. His nickname. Greetings from New Mexico. Just wanted to say, keep up the good work. I expect very good things from this project. As a gay fur, I found your podcast very agreeable and eagerly await your next. Thank you, Paws.
Thank you very much.
He sent that email to our Bandcamp. So you can send in mails to Bandcamp or to the new email address that we have created, which is furries.sexnerds@gmail.com. I'll also link that because that's hard to remember. We have another one here from Shirks on Fur Affinity. You can also leave messages for us on Fur Affinity. We answer almost all of them, especially when it comes to comments. I love the Sexnerd Furry podcast. Is your podcast live or just recordings? Right now we're just recording in McDonald's. One day we might do a live show, but that takes planning, and we don't plan. We just kind of say, "Hey, are you busy today?" And we meet. So I listened to the first recording. It was great. By the way, first cow passed in a while that made me laugh. Oh, we love making him laugh. Today I made water come out his nose.
Hey, that wasn't funny.
It was funny. And then we have one more. This one's long. Okay, this is name withheld because I don't know if he'll let us say his name.
No.
It says, "Hey there, just wanted to let you guys know that you two are awesome and you should continue with the podcast.
Wow.
Here in Arizona, we have a large furry community, and I can't even count how many we have. Fur piles do exist. I know because I have participated in a couple. It's an orgy. It's just an orgy with a different name, plain and simple. Lol. I believe another aspect of sex you guys should talk about is BDSM. Hear me out. Lol. There was a recent study saying that people who practice BDSM are more mentally stable than those who don't. Here's a link to back me up. I'd love to hear more from you too, so keep doing it. See you all later. Sins of the flesh are best when shared.
Ruff, ruff.
Ruff, ruff. That's awesome. That's an awesome signature. We will talk about BDSM because that's like a really common thing to see if you're looking at furry porn. Mm-hmm. There's so much BDSM. So much. So we're going to eventually talk about that. So thank you for your message. Well, your email. It was an email. And actually no, this was a note sent to us on FA. Hmm? Yeah, there it's right there.
Huh.
So we got these lovely mails, and on FA we have a lot of people telling us that we're awesome, that we're great, and that we should continue doing it. You know, like 2 whole people. But you know, it's like, I mean, we already have this many people listening to our podcast. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
And then all the people that we send it to.
Here, listen to our podcast.
Listen to it.
Now.
So people, furries of the world, please share the podcast. You know, we are hoping to be able to have like question days where we will answer your questions.
Yes.
To the best of our abilities. We're not doctors. So if you say, I have this weird wart, what should I do? Go to the doctor. You know, we cannot diagnose things for you, but, you know, we have our together we have quite a bit of experience. Well, not together.
No.
But, you know, between us, we have a few years of sexual experience, and we're sex nerds, so we're reading about it all the time. Like, not just watching porn and stuff, but, you know, I love reading studies. You know, studies on stuff is awesome. On anything sexual, almost everything I will read it. Mm-hmm. Except for, like, child porn and stuff. No, thank you, I'm away. But, you know, I love reading that shit. It's great. And, well, you just love sex, so that's great.
Yes, lots of sex.
Sex is awesome. So please send us in your questions. Send us in more comments. You know, tell us what we're doing good, what we're doing wrong. You know, do you want to hear segments? We can put up segments. That'd be awesome. We got to think of a segment of something weird. Mm-hmm. At the end, we're always going to choose emails to read and answer, like, maybe 1 or 2 questions. But when we do questions days, we're going to just do nothing but answering questions. So start sending in questions for that. I'm planning on doing one soon. So remember, subscribe. You can watch us on FA. You can subscribe to us on Bandcamp. I'm going to try to get it on iTunes. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Please.
Because iTunes is so much easier. But I'll figure it out one of these days. And if anybody out there knows how to make websites and is willing to make us one for free, please do so. Please get in contact with us. We would like our own website. Me just begging for shit.
Oh, gosh.
And you know, the obvious, send us in some money, you know, send us money, you know, via PayPal, jbcblanket@gmail.com, PayPal. You know, just send me my random money. You don't even need a reason. I sell things. You can buy stuff from me. Check me on FA. Check him on FA. He doesn't put up anything, but check him out.
Yeah.
And, well, this has been the Sexnerd Furries podcast. I'm Kira. This
Boxer.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.
Yes. Bye.